welcome. You're watching Newsx and I'm Shivani Singh. There is a famous saying, beggars cannot be choosers. But in Pakistan, it seems that even the choice of basic health care is now being dictated by international lenders. Today we look at a story that sounds like satire, but it is the grim reality of a bankrupt nation. Pakistan asked the International Monetary Fund or the IMF for a favor. They didn't ask for a debt waiver. They didn't ask for more fighter jets. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's government asked for cheaper condoms. Specifically, they wanted to remove the 18% general sales tax or GST on contraceptives. They argued that in a country with a demographic time bomb, birth control is a necessity, not a luxury. The IMF's response? A cold, hard no. Now we analyze the absurdity of a global lender prioritizing a few $1 million in tax revenue over the demographic stability of the world's fifth most populous nation. So why is Pakistan suddenly concerned about the price of contraceptives? The numbers tell the story. Pakistan has a population of over 240 million people. Its growth rate is roughly 2.55%, among the highest in the region. To put that into perspective, while the rest of the world is worried about aging populations, Pakistan is adding the equivalent of a small European country to its registry every few years. The government knows that it cannot feed, educate, or employ the people it already has. The poverty rate is skyrocketing. Inflation is at record highs. When a pack of contraceptives becomes 18% more expensive due to tax, the poorest families, the ones who need it the most, simply stop buying them. The Shehbaz Sharif government realized this. They proposed an exemption. They argued that population management is a matter of national security. But when you are living actually on a $7 billion life support system from the IMF, you don't get to decide your own tax slabs. The IMF's refusal isn't just about contraceptives. It's about a no exceptions policy. The IMF is currently supervising Pakistan's $7 billion extended fund facility. Their logic is simple, a bit heartless. Pakistan's tax base is too narrow. The government keeps giving exemptions to special interests. In the eyes of the IMF, a tax cut on contraceptives is a leakage. They believe that if they allow a GST cut on contraceptives today, tomorrow it will be baby formula, and the day after it will be fuel. So they told Islamabad to keep the 18% tax. Think about the irony here. The IMF often publishes white papers on human development, gender equality, and poverty reduction. But when it comes to the actual implementation of a policy that could prevent millions from falling into intergenerational poverty, the IMF chooses the tax collector's leisure over the doctor's prescription. For the IMF, the goal is not a prosperous Pakistan. The goal is a repaying Pakistan. What happens when you tax birth control in a bankrupt state? Three things. First, the health crisis. Pakistan already has one of the highest maternal mortality rates in South Asia. Unplanned pregnancies in a crumbling health care system are a death sentence for thousands of women. Second, the economic trap. More mouths to feed with less money in the national treasury. Every dollar the IMF saves by taxing contraceptives today will be spent tenfold tomorrow on food subsidies, healthcare, and social unrest. Third, the black market. High taxes on essentials always lead to smuggling and substandard products. In a country already struggling with a counterfeit medicine crisis, taxing contraceptives is an invitation to disaster. The point is this: Pakistan is being forced to choose between satisfying its lender and protecting its future. And because the begging bowl is empty, the lender wins every time. This incident highlights a much larger problem. Who really runs Pakistan? It's not the parliament in Islamabad. It's not even the military headquarters at Rawalpindi, at least not when it comes to the budget. It's a group of technocrats in Washington, D.C. When a sovereign nation has to ask for permission to lower the price of a basic health product, it is no longer truly sovereign. Pakistan's economy is so fragile that it has lost the agency to perform basic social welfare. The Shehbaz Sharif government is trapped. They want to avoid a population explosion, but they also cannot afford an IMF exit. Meanwhile, the common Pakistani is caught in the crossfire. They are paying luxury taxes on items that are essential for their survival. The IMF's rejection is a wake-up call, not just for Pakistan, but for every developing nation that relies on bailout culture. When you live on borrowed money, even your most private decisions, your family planning, your health, your future, become line items in a foreign auditor's spreadsheet. Pakistan wanted cheaper contraceptives to save its future. The IMF wanted the 18% tax to save its loan. The loan was saved. The future? That's still up for debate. Thank you for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.